We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. Tonight we wrap up this three-game series between the St. Louis Cardinals and the Chicago Cubs. The Cubbies look for the series sweep at home against their division rivals. First pitch is next. Yu Darvish starts the game on the mound for the third and final game of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, every team needs a pitcher like this one here. His numbers aren't going to blow you away. Career ERA just under 4. But one thing he does, he takes the ball every 5 days, throws strikes, and gives his team a chance to win every single time he goes out there. He'll be fun to watch in this one here today.
Standing in, Kolten Wong. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Underway now on this Sunday night as the game's first pitch misses for ball one. Well, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, they do come in fresh off a victory last time out, but they've been giving ground in the division of late. They've won just twice in their last 7 games.
Yeah, Matty, without question. They find themselves in this position today. They got a chance to sweep the series on Sunday and make it a miraculous weekend.
Boy, Dero, it's always a nice way to finish off a weekend. You win a big game on Saturday, and to close it off with a win here and a sweep on Sunday would really be sweet for this ball club.
And he lays off. Ball 4, and the leadoff man is on to begin the ball game.
And don't forget, he lost his last time out, so he wants to get off on the right foot here. The last thing he wanted was to walk the leadoff man.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. Head-to-head numbers with Yu Darvish. He's 0 for 11. He's also gone down on strikes 5 times.
Nice job by the pitcher right there to establish himself back into the strike zone. Would have liked to have seen the hitter been a little bit more aggressive in that situation. Usually when a pitcher throws 4 balls in a row, that next pitch you could get super greedy right down the middle.
Fowler behind a ball and 2 strikes. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate, Rusty Valentine.
Hey, you know, Dero, Rusty Valentine, he's known for having a high and a low strike zone, but he's pretty good east and west. You better keep it on the corners.
Yeah, I'm okay with Rusty's zone, without question. You know he's going to elevate. It's north-south, so you're aware of it. As a veteran player, you can live with that.
Now a chance to look at the starting 9 for the visiting St. Louis Cardinals. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, you've really got to be able to appreciate the incredible talent of Paul Goldschmidt. He had over 90 RBIs last year. What a great season, but I think he could do even better. His goal this year, I think it's got to be 100 runs batted in. He's that kind of a hitter.
He's set and the pitch. Paul Goldschmidt comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Goldschmidt, or Goldie just for short, he was an 8th round selection back in the 2009 MLB draft.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
Too high, and it's 3-0.
Wow, this is the kind of count you'd like to get your superstar hitters in, right? 3-0, you can bet he has the green light on this pitch.
The 3-1. Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
Batting fourth, the third baseman, Tommy Edman.
At the plate, Tommy Edman. He did his part yesterday afternoon as he cashed in with 3 hits in the losing effort. And he'll lay off a fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0.
He's a veteran out on that mound. He understands he has to establish that inside fastball to open up the outer half of the plate.
2-0 pitch on the way.
If I'm managing this hitter right here, he doesn't even have to look down at the third base coach. You know he's got the green light. He's one of the best hitters in your lineup.
And this pitch misses for ball 4. So that's going to move a runner into scoring position now with 2 away.
At this rate, he's going to set some kind of a record for walks issued in a game, or he'll get an early hook. We'll see if he can settle down here and start to find the strike zone, or if he continues to struggle.
So Paul DeYoung digs in next, and he's been a tough out these past couple of weeks as the numbers there tell you the whole story. But a good play by the first baseman to spear this one, and that'll retire the side. A couple of walks, but no damage. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Jack Flaherty will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Man, this guy was really rock solid in his last one. 8 solid innings in his last start to pick up the win. We'll see if he can keep it going and make it 2 really good starts in a row.
Digging in next will be Chris Bryant. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Here's the pitch.
Ball 1, no strike.
And fellas, we take a look at the Redbirds entering play here tonight. Despite the loss last time out, they enter this one in good shape. Winners in 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, Matty, if they're going to clean up their recent trend right now, they're going to have to find a way for it to start on the mound. They can't go out like last game and allow a bunch of runs and not play sound defense behind them. Both those things are going to have to change if this team's going to get it going in the right direction.
And a chance now from the north side of Chicago to check out the Cubs starting lineup. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, Matty, the guy I'm here to see is Big Chris Bryant. He doesn't let the pressure of the big moment get to him. I love watching this guy hit in clutch situations. It's like he takes a deep breath and everything stops in front of him. He plays like the Zen man.
First pitch on its way. Back up the middle and in for a base hit.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Didn't try and do too much. Fastball, middle cut, places it right back where it came from.
Shortstop, Javier Baez.
Here's Javier Baez. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. Comes into this one at 271. 3 homers, 10 RBIs. Down and away, ball 1.
Going to need to make a little bit of an adjustment with his slider release and at least tempt the hitter that it's going to be a strike.
A 1-1. Swing, and there it goes. Deep to left field. Into the bleachers and gone. Two runs on the board after the home run by Javi Baez. 4th home run here in the early going as the Cubs are out in front now 2-0.
That's how the manager drew it up right there. Hold the visiting team scoreless and then grab a huge home run in the first.
Into the box, David Bodie. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike.
Hey, I love that pitch right there. Better execution after just giving up an extra base hit.
Hard ground ball to third. On to first, and there were 2 down.
Batting 5th, the left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
Striding into the box, Kyle Schwarber looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Hit sharply on the ground, and that's through for a hit.
Hey, some guys look out there, Dan. They don't care. They can't execute the ball the other way. It's not that easy. They're going to hit it as hard as they can right into the shift and let the chips fall where they may.
You know, it's hard, D-Bro, when you've come up all the way through high school, little league, college ball, and the minor leagues, and you're used to pulling the ball. That's the type of hitter you are. Some of these hitters are going to have to try to make some changes with these exaggerated shifts.
Next to bat will be Victor Caratini. 1-0 the count. Schwarber leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. A ball and 2 strikes. Flaherty, a California-born ball player. He was selected in the first round during the 2014 draft.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows that.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Now in the box, Yadier Molina. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now. Today's contest is, of course, the finale of the series, and the home side has dominated so far. They've got the opportunity to complete the sweep with a win in this one.
This team going for the sweep is looking for some home cooking. It's always nice to win a series, but particularly nice when you can sweep a series at home.
And on one hand, they can be happy they've got their ace on the mound for them in this sweep game, but on the other hand, they're tasked with facing an ace themselves.
It sure is. This is one of those games where you flip a coin heads or tails. Two terrific starting pitchers, both teams firing their bullets. Their aces going today. This should be a good one.
Okay, here's how the Cubbies are lining up defensively. And this team, they're not going to be moving around as much as some of the new age teams. The shifting and moving the third baseman over second base and the right fielder to play third base. This is going to be your stationary team, trusting pitchers to execute pitches.
To the plate now, Tyler O'Neill, as he'll lay off a curveball up in the zone for a ball, 1-0. The Cubs will, however, have to beat their opposition's best as they've got to go up against their ace in this one.
This one isn't in the books yet, but when you're going for the sweep and you have a nice lead like they do early on here, things are looking awfully good for the sweep department.
Now the 2-1 pitch is in there for the second strike.
Hey, I don't blame him for giving up on that curveball. That was a rainbow coming out of the sky. Stole a strike.
He stays alive, still 2-2. 1 out, nobody on. Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
Standing in now, Lane Thomas, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Thomas, a 6'1" right-handed swinger and thrower. He was a 5th-round pick during the 2014 draft.
Hey, this middle round selection is still developing, but he's doing it at the big league level, and he has a lot of time to get his tool set ironed out.
2 out, nobody on. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Down in order go the Cardinals. They trail things here 2-0. The next Cub up, Steven Souza. He'll start us out here in the home half of the second. First pitch of the at-bat. And this is pulled foul as he was way out in front there. The windup and the 0-1. And that misses 1-1. And it's 1-2.
Yep, 1-2.
Misses, ball 2. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. The 2-2. And this ball is also hit foul and heading for the seats, so we'll have to do it again. Still 2-2. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
And that'll bring in the Pittsburgh area native Ian Happ, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's ready for his first at bat of this early season contest. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2.
He might still be thrown off from that first inning, guys. He got knocked around pretty good, and that can be hard to recover from mentally sometimes.
And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
One thing that can nag at you as a pitcher is having to work really hard to get a guy that you think you should be able to cruise right through. He's not known for his offensive prowess, but he's putting together a real nice at bat here.
Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
Batting ninth, the pitcher.
The pitcher, Yu Darvish, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And they'll try to stay out of the double play here as he lays this one down. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
Now batting, third baseman, Ryan.
Striding in once again, Chris Bryant. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
One ball and 1 strike to the Cubs leadoff batter.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
2-1.
1 strike.
And the 2-1. Hit hard on the ground is short. DeYoung's got it. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Cubs strand 1. After 2, it's a 2-0 ball game. Now at the plate, Jack Flaherty. 9-1-2 due up. He's set. Here it comes. Good breaking ball there. Had him frozen. Strike 1.
Hey, big curveball right there. He's able to steal a strike. I don't blame the batter one bit. That looked out of the zone, out of the hand, but he was able to drop it in at the top of the strike zone.
Behind 0-2 now. That's popped up. Bodie backs up a bit and he takes charge for the first out. And with 1 away, let's give you a look at the standings in the NL Central entering play as you see where these 2 teams sit in relation to one another. Back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up Colton Wong. First pitch here misses wide, 1-0. Cardinals have been held out of the hit column here. That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1. Wong is a strong defender playing up the middle in the infield. He's got great hands, good range, the big arm, and those skills are not lost on his teammates, his coaches, or his front office for that matter.
Yeah, he has the ability. What I love about this ball player, he's got such a great internal clock. It seems like it's bang bang at first every time, but the guy's out. He's got sure hands and an accurate throwing arm.
And another foul ball. Here's another 1-2. Fouled off. Bases are empty, one man out. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again. Right back at him, but I think it got his glove. Thankfully, he's able to recover, and he gets the second out at first.
Now batting, right fielder, Dexter Fowler.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring in the switch hitting outfielder Dexter Fowler. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate. Ball 2 as the breaking ball misses inside. The 2-0.
Hey, this is a huge at-bat right here. This pitcher wants to end this inning and have 3, 4, 5 due up to start the next inning.
And he misses again. Ball 3.
This is a good at-bat so far here with 2 away. If you're going to go down 1, 2, 3, at least make the guy work for it. He's doing that, and he's even gotten himself into a good hitter's count now. They haven't been able to register a hit against this guy, but at least they have a base runner here. We'll see if that leads to something.
So it's a runner at first with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the big bat of Paul Goldschmidt. Has a look, now the pitch. Unable to find the zone with the slider. To short, hit hard. Baez has it, and as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. Cards leave 1. They trail it here 2-0. Back here with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as the left-handed hitting power threat Anthony Rizzo starts out the inning. First pitch of the at-bat. And that misses, ball 1. Nearly got the inside, but ruled a ball.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
High in the air out to center field. Thomas has it for route number 1.
The batter, number 9. Shortstop, Javier.
Now at the plate, Javier Baez. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. Pitch on the way. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Hit high and deep out to straightaway left. Back on it is the left fielder. And bye-bye. That one's gone into the bleachers. A solo home run there for Javi Baez. His second home run of the game, and the Cubs have taken a 3-0 lead.
Well, he won his last start, but he didn't give up any long balls. He's already given up 2 here, so he's got his work cut out for him if he's going to get the W in this one. He's going to have to start keeping the ball in the yard for starters.
At the plate now, David Bodie. Swung on and hit in the air again, deep down the left field line, and foul, though it had the home run distance. Fouled away. One out, nobody on. Another one sent foul. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
1-2.
And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Hey, expect a challenge right here. Does not want to run the count full.
Swing and a miss. Looked like the knuckle curve there, and that's out number 2.
Up next to the Cubs.
So 2 are gone now in the Cubs half of the third. And next it'll be the left-handed power threat, Kyle Schwarber. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. Fastball laid off well below the knees.
Looks like this guy's afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. Gave up that home run earlier in the inning. Needs to get back to being aggressive.
Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
Action pitch right here, 2-2. The last thing you want to do is to fall behind the count 3-2.
Victor Caratini would be next. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. And that'll hit off the ivy out there. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
And with that double, he's 2 for 2 and halfway to the cycle. Gave it a good ride, and that's the second time he's barreled up the ball. So he's seeing the ball really well. See if his teammates can pick him up and bring him home now.
Digging in the switch hitter, Victor Caratini. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. From the stretch. And no swing, apparently. Ball 1.
Count 1-0.
2 out here and a runner at second. Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire. Ball 2. Hot shot to third. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Cubs tack on another courtesy of this solo home run. We played 3 full. It's 3-0 Chicago. So striding in, Tommy Edman, swinging it well in the series so far at a 4 for 10 clip. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. And that's in there for his strike 1-1. The pitch. A shot to second base and handled for the first out.
The batter, number 11, shortstop, Paul DeYoung.
Digging in now, Paul DeYoung. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
DeYoung in an 0-2 hole here.
Sort of surprising to see a 5-hole hitter take 2 in a row for strikes to start an at bat. Now he's way behind the count, so we'll see if he can battle back.
You think there's any justice in the game? Watch those 2 at-bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single. Go figure.
Here's the catcher, Yadier Molina. as the first pitch misses high and inside for ball one. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. Count now a ball and a strike. No runs, just one hit, and no errors so far for the Redbirds. And this pitch misses for a ball. 2-1 now to Molina. A little too tall that time. 3-1 now.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
Full count now. 3-2. Count is full. Here's the pitch. There's ball 4.
Ball 4.
2 on here with 1 man out. And into bat next will be Tyler O'Neill. High and deep down the left field line. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Hit hard on the ground to short. 1 there. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. 1 left for the Cardinals. They trail it here 3-0. Just about set to go for the last of the 4th. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. They've been able to push across 3 runs to this point, but they've also made the opposition work extremely hard. He's thrown a lot of pitches, and they think they're going to have a good opportunity to push across a lot more runs as he tires or as they get into that bullpen.
Thank you, Heidi.
Leading off.
So in now for Chicago, Steven Souza. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Oh, this ball is hammered to deep center field. And it's gone into the bleachers. A solo home run there for Steven Souza. Second home run early in the year, and with it, the Cubs have moved out in front now 4-0.
Man, this has been a rough one for this guy so far. That's the 3rd homer he's allowed today. He better start keeping the ball down in the strike zone, or that total might continue to rise.
Stepping in now, Ian Happ.
The right fielder.
He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. Reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. And it's 1-1.
Well, it's been a rough one so far. 4 runs through 3 innings. It's about time to get that pitch count down, or he won't be out here very long.
The 1-1.
The count is 2-1.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
2-2 the count. 4 runs, 6 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Down the third baseline. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Man, they've really had his number so far in this series. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone.
Darvish.
So now to the plate, Yu Darvish. This will chase one up around the letters here for strike 1.
One of the big keys to pitching well is getting ahead early on, and it's been far from that for this guy so far. Less than 50% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
This hitter right now looks overmatched with a fastball. I think you go right back to it.
Bases are empty, one man out. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. The next 0-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Oh, I love watching a pitcher that can run a good hard fastball in on a guy's hands and completely lock him up. That's such a tough pitch to do anything with. If you can locate your fastball there consistently, you're going to have a lot of success as a pitcher.
Here's Chris Bryant now. Skied into straightaway right. On the move is Fowler. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Cubs tack on another courtesy of this solo home run. We played 4. It's now 4-0 Chicago. Welcome back to the north side of Chicago, back here at Wrigley Field as we check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cardinals to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He cited the 4 walks they've earned already as evidence that his guys are waiting for the right pitch and that they're willing to let the opposition work themselves into trouble. So far, that's paying off.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Stepping in, Lane Thomas comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going, and the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
2 balls and a strike to the St. Louis leadoff hitter.
Really high curveball right there, struggling with the release point. That's the key to the curveball, figuring out and finding that release point.
3-1 to him now. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning. Standing in, Jack Flaherty flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. And he will make a quick basket catch behind the plate for the first out.
Up next for the Cardinals, the second baseman, Colton.
Ready once again, Colton Wong. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. Now here's a ball hit high and deep to straightaway right field. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. Thomas rounds the corner and is headed home. He comes across to score as they now trail by only 3.
That's what we refer to in the biz as a hanger right there. He's lucky he's getting his baseball back.
At the plate, Dexter Fowler, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. It was a walk in his last trip. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
Everyone in the ballpark knows what the pitcher's intentions are in this situation. Great job at the plate to lay off a tough pitch in a good spot.
On deck, the powerful right-handed bat of Paul Goldschmidt. And he misses again, ball 4, and his control is really letting him down now. And that brings up Paul Goldschmidt. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. Swing and a miss, and he's in control, 0-2.
Big pitch coming up right here. He'd love for a ground ball or a strikeout.
Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Ready with another 0-2. Hit in the air down the right field line. And no one will track it down. Here's the 0-2. Struck him out. And now they'll likely need a base hit to get that runner home from third.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
To the plate now, Tommy Edman. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Schwarber is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Redbirds get on the board, and it comes on the RBI triple. Bottom of the 5th coming up. It's the Cubs 4 and the Cardinals 1. Stepping up to the plate, Anthony Rizzo. He'll lead things off as we begin the home 5th.
Anthony.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
1-0.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. And he falls behind now, 2-0.
This offense is absolutely feasting on these count leverage situations. If he's going to have any chance of feeling good about his effort tonight, this pitcher has got to get back in the strike zone.
Outside, 3-0 now.
And just when you needed a shutdown inning, a leadoff walk was certainly not on the agenda. He needs to bear down right here.
Line towards center field. Now a reach, and he takes a tumble here, but hangs on for the first out.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
And that brings up Javi Baez. He went deep last time up.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in one game. His last at bat is second home run of the game. We'll see if they'll pitch him a little bit more carefully in this AB.
And that's high for a ball, 1-0.
Ball 2.
Fastball just a bit low here. He's behind 2-0 now. And he fouls this one off. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
5th inning here in a 4-1 ball game. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2. David Bodie is on deck. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Grounded weakly toward third. Reined in. And that's the second out.
The batter, number 13, second baseman, David Bodie.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up one of the better clutch hitters on the landscape, David Bodie. And a good slider here to start the at-bat, but it's ruled a ball, 1-0. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. In there, 1-1. Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. Good pitch, but if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1. He loses him on ball 4.
Now batting, left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
Coming to the plate now, Kyle Schwarber. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. First delivery to him on the way. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
Good job there to jump ahead with the fastball. If he's going to get back on track out there, the fastball is what he's going to start to need locating first and foremost. Then he can work his other pitches off of that.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And it's fouled away. A runner on first with 2 away. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. And he lays off it to even the count 2-2.
I wonder if that call not going his way right there has anything to do with walking the last guy. We all know umpires don't give you much on the corners if you're not throwing strikes consistently.
Fouled off. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
A swing, and this ball is blasted to right field. Nothing's going to keep this one in the ballpark. And that's off the scoreboard. What a blast. So it's a 2-run homer for Kyle Schwarber. 6th home run on the season for him, and it's now a 6-1 ball game.
When that pitch was grooved right down Main Street, he couldn't believe it. He started salivating when he saw it, but stayed back enough to put a great swing on it.
There's the St. Louis manager now up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he'll depart here in the 5th after working just 4 2/3, and he's on the hook for the L unless this one turns around. Dakota Hudson, the 6'5" right-hander, takes over on the mound.
Number 43.
Into the box now, Victor Caratini.
The catcher.
And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. The windup and the 0-1.
One ball, 2 strikes to count.
Now a check swing, but that's in there for strike 3 anyway, and the inning is over. Another good inning for the Cubs here, and you don't need me to tell you that these folks don't need much of a reason to have a good time. We've got more on this Sunday night after this. So that brings in the power hit.